Hello and welcome to the W.B. Mason Coaches Report. I'm Jim Sheehan, as always with Kathy Angelis, the head field hockey coach of the Pride. And Coach, the Pride 3 more wins last week, 4-game winning streak, 7-4 on the season now. You have to be really happy where the team is heading into the CAA season, or as you call it, the season.
The season, right. No, absolutely. I can't be happier how we're performing right now. And it's exciting and definitely give us a boost for the weekend.
3 more home wins. You had a 4-1 homestand with wins over Columbia, Siena, and number 16, Albany. Let's look back at the Columbia game. Columbia jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Hofstra scores 4 straight goals. Tell us a little bit about that game.
I think it was our big word for that game happened to be resilience and coming back after being scored on. And that's something that we have definitely proven as a team, that we're incredibly resilient. And it doesn't matter if they score, we are going to come back. And I think that's the mentality of where this team and where we're headed right now, knowing that we have to be like that once we hit the CAA. So I'm excited and that we were able to execute under that type of pressure.
And it must have felt good to bounce back after a 6-2 loss to Columbia in Upper Manhattan last year.
Absolutely.
Okay, heading to Friday now against Siena. 10-0 win. A tough game for both Siena and for us. Tell us a little bit about that. I know you're very close with the Siena coaching staff.
Yeah, I am, and certainly we never ever want to put a team in that position. And but we tried to platoon as soon as we could, and we did that. And at most of the last 25 minutes of the second half, we really only had one starter in who stayed in the game. So we were able to unload and put players on the bench, and it was most exciting to see players come off the bench and contribute. Certainly it's exciting to see our top goal scorers put in so many goals, but as a coach, it's about the team, and it really meant a lot for the coaching staff, and I know for the team to see us be able to put in players and really to have them execute and put in assists and score. And I mean, I can't be happy with Caitlin Louie had put her first assist in, Megan Lush, Caitlin Horan had a goal, so it was really, that was exciting and real important, I think, to us as we go into the CAA.
Plus you got 4 goals from Krizia Lane, 3 goals from Jenna Kovar, and a 42-4 shot advantage in the game. But you have to be proud with your goal scorers.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Now the big game on Sunday against number 16 Albany, a team that beat you last year 1-0 up in Albany, and they're a good team. And you knew there could have been a letdown after that 10-0 game. What did you tell the team in preparations?
Well, we have a very, very focused team this year, and we've been from a coaching standpoint, they've been a pleasure to coach and really understand different levels of teams. And it was real important coming off Siena's victory that Saturday that we really went back and focused to what is our game plan, what is our main goal. And our main goal is always to continue to develop, and that's been our goal since the beginning of preseason. And it really, for us, it doesn't matter which team we're playing, and it doesn't matter if we're playing Old Dominion or playing Siena. Hofstra is there to play our best game, and I think we really proved that this weekend, and showed that that's what's the most important thing, is what's written on our shirt, not what's written on someone else's shirt. And I think that's what gave us the ability to really execute and beat a great team like Albany.
A seesaw battle. Hofstra scores, they tie it up, score again, tie it up, setting up the final goal by Jenna Kovar, her second of the game. How did you feel on the sidelines?
Well, it was an exciting game, and certainly for the fans, I know we're giving them a lot of excitement and putting them on, pulling them off their seats, and certainly on the sideline. But for me, those are the most enjoyable games, to be in a position where you're coaching a team that is so resilient, and that's something, although redundant, I keep using that word, but it really shows that our team has this character and really this phenomenal chemistry, that we're going to pull it together and we're going to finish. And the goals in the game were outstanding. I have to say that Jenna Kovar's goal was the most exciting goal. It was a brilliant goal. It was a diving goal. She put her heart and everything into the goal. And we were tremendously elated over the win. But it was a team effort overall. And most importantly in that game, and we talked about that after the game, is that we came into that game knowing that our structure and what we're trying to do in the attacking 25 and to maintain maintain a high press for as long as we can, and that is the leadership from our backfield and getting our middies and our strikers to respond. And that was really, I think we came together as a whole, collectively, in all of our games together. We came together as a whole and really believed in what we need to do and to high press them as long as we can. It takes every single player on that team, and it takes especially our striker line to understand the defense. And it was wonderful to see, and we executed a game plan. And again, I can't say enough about how we performed.
With the 4-game winning streak, the 4-1 homestand, came some awards this week. Jenna Kovar got her 100th point, becoming the 5th player in school history to have 100 points in her career. She was also named the CAA Player of the Week and also named to the honor roll by womensfieldhockey.com, who named the Pride the 20th ranked team this week. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's exciting. It's really exciting to have that happen, and that came out yesterday. Number one, it's great to have us be named to a CAA, get a player on the CAA conference week team, but to get 2 is really, really exciting for us in our program. And I think what has really been outside of the fact that Jana Kovar has got her 100th point, and we're really excited. I mean, she's deserved that. She's a phenomenal goal scorer. She has athletic ability, to put the ball in the net from whatever position she has been playing at. And now she's on the striker line. I think she's getting some more opportunities than she did before being in a midfield position. But like I said, I'm excited for Janelle and for Jenna both to get those awards. It's exciting for us, exciting to be named in the top 20 and to be put on that list. But we're going to take that this weekend with us.
Now you referenced Janelle, who was named the CAA Rookie of the Week. You were very high on her coming into the camp this year, and she's lived up to all the expectations. You've got 3 very good goal scorers on the front line. How do you compare that to previous seasons?
Well, this is what makes our team very, very strong. And we don't just have one. We don't just have Jenna Kovar, where a team can really say, hey, this Jenna's scoring all the goals. We have 3 leading goal scorers right now with Krizia and also Janelle. Actually, we have 4. We have off the bench who's Dara, who's right in there in the lineup. And what makes us so strong is that we have several people in scoring categories, and that shows the depth that we have, and that's something that is going to be very difficult for teams in the CAA to try to defend. So that, I think, is our strength going into this weekend, that we have several people who can put the ball behind the net. And for us, it's about Hofstra scoring. It's not about one player this year, and I think that's really collectively given us that the chemistry with this team, and know that at any given time we can depend on anyone to put that ball behind the net. So that's definitely a strength that we have, and we're looking forward to that happening this weekend.
And in addition to Jenna and Janelle, Krizia Lane, a great week, 5 goals, 2 assists. Dara Rackman, who has scored 5 goals coming off the bench this year, and that's a great feat for her too. You've got a lot of depth this year, and you expected that this year.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's working. So.
While we talk about offense all the time, can't leave out the defense, and defense has stood tall, especially at crunch time. There was a big penalty last week, a 10-minute penalty, where the defense staved off any goals. Amy Lee Levy has been anchoring that line. Talk a little bit about the defense.
Yeah, absolutely, and it really does begin in our backfield, and we've been saying that since the beginning of the season. And the back line is going to be the backbone of this team. Yes, we are putting the ball behind the net. That's their job. But in order for us to really get the ball to that position, it starts from the back line, and it begins with defense. And Amy is doing a fantastic job in the role that she's in the center back position. She's got great players around her who are very focused and very intense. And Kerry Cadu, Cody Nyland, we've got Mel McCarthy also in that position. And she has got, this back line is incredibly focused and incredibly intense. And I think that balancing that out with our attack line, I think what it does, it gives us a great balance. And we really can't forget, the midfield, and I think a lot of times they go unnoticed, and it's something where we can't forget that. And we've got an experienced midfield that is doing a great job. They are the players that actually who are getting that ball to our striker line. Ariel Williams, Mel McCarthy right now, Steph Coles, and Michaela Gallagher. We also got Marta Penas coming into that position. So it's really about the team right now, and the midfield is doing really an outstanding job. Also, like I said, giving the attack the opportunities, because without their support, we're not going to get the ball to the attack. So really collectively, we've been so impressed with our overall performance. Amanda Heidi had a tremendous game against Albany, and after watching the film, you just see her positioning and knowing when to stay up and go down, and keeping herself on great angles was something that she really, it was one of her best games, and we're looking forward to her carrying it also into this weekend, especially Old Dominion on Friday.
Speaking of defense, we've got 2 games this weekend as the CAA season begins, and both of them are outstanding defensively. Number 1, Old Dominion, the Lady Monarchs, 8-0, 2 number 1 wins this season, but you have 3 top 20 games under your belt this season. Tell us about this matchup.
Well, I think we have definitely scheduled the right teams to give us the preparation for Old Dominion. We're more than excited for this game on Friday. It makes it more exciting that they're number 1 in the nation. It makes it even more exciting that the last time we were down there 2 years ago, we beat Old Dominion. So we know that we have the potential to beat this team. To beat this team is going to require our A game. It's going to require everyone on the team to have their best game. And we do know that. And we know the talent of Old Dominion and what they're capable of doing. We have been working, obviously, since day one, preparing for this game, not losing sight of the other teams. But we have a lot of film on Old Dominion. We're really trying to work with, as a coaching staff, work with our players so that they understand, really fully understand what our game plan has to be, and that we're all on the same page. And that's going to be very imperative going into this weekend. I do believe we have the potential to beat any team in the country, and it is going to be important that we play our A game and we play together. And this team chemistry that we have had, this bond that we've had since preseason, has been very, very strong. And I really believe that it's going to be the team that plays best on Friday night that's going to win the game. It's not the best team; it's the team that plays best. So we're hoping that's going to happen for us on Friday.
And right behind Old Dominion, who has beaten number 1 North Carolina last week to move into the top spot, and number 1 Maryland early in the season, right behind the Lady Monarchs, William and Mary on the road, and that's no small task either.
No, they're 5-1 right now. They're playing very solid. William and Mary has a fantastic team. They've played a great opponent so far. We're fortunate that we have a few more games under our belt. Some of these teams with the hurricane loss opening weekend, and I think that can go in our advantage. I think our scheduling and how our players have responded to such a tough schedule, really tough schedule, and it was a demanding schedule. And like I said, I think that's been something that has gone in our favor. We've been in positions where in our non-conference game, to have to come back in the Monmouth game, to come back and score and keep going back and forth, and we were able to use that into an Albany game. We've been in positions where we've been on the attack for so long. We've also been in the position the next day, how do we recover? So we have gone through so much already in just a short period of time, and that has to go in our favor this weekend. And right now we've got to look at Old Dominion, but not lose sight of William and Mary. We've got another day to regroup on Saturday and prepare ourselves for coming Williamsburg on Sunday. And I know we're going to do that. I know we're ready.
I know we ask you this every week. What do you have to do to be successful this weekend? Right.
Well, pulling our A game means, number 1, we have to have our entire team understand team defense, team in our structure on defense, and what we're going to do so we are all on the same page. There's no way that we can go into this game the number 1 team in the country, a potential national championship team. There's no way that we can go there without our focus being number 1 defense, where we can maintain possession. If we can do that, we maintain possession, we're able to go on the attack, and we go on attack. I am very confident that we have the fastest attack in the CAA, if not in the country, and I know if we can connect and keep that up-tempo speed, we're going to put goals in the net. I know we can score, and number 1, like I said, it has to come first with defense. So that's really been what we're working on all week.
Well, great. Good luck, Coach. Two big games this week on the road, and we'll see you next week.
Great. Thanks. Thanks, Jim.
And thank you for watching the W.B. Mason Coaches Report with Kathy DeAngelis.